Work it, make it, do it, makes us. Harder, better, faster, stronger. More than power, never. Ever after work is over. Work it, make it, do it, makes us. Harder, better, faster, stronger. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over.
That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now, cause I can't get much stronger. Man, I've been waiting all night now, that's how long I've been on ya. I need you right now. I need you right now. Let's get lost tonight. You could be my black Kate Moss tonight. Play secretary, I'm the boss tonight. And you don't give a what they all say, right? Awesome, the Christian and Christian Dior. Damn, they don't make them like this anymore. I ask, cause I'm not sure. When anybody make real anymore, bow in the presence of greatness. Cause right now, got a man tonight. If you made plans or not, if God put me in your plans or not, I'm tripping. This drink got me saying a lot, but I know that God put you in front of me. So how the hell could you front on me? It's 1,000 views, it's only one of me. I'm tripping, I'm caught up in the moment, right? Cause it's Louis Vuitton dine night, so we gon' do everything the kind like. Heard they do anything for a Klondike. Well, I'll do anything for a Blondie, and she'll do anything for the limelight, and we'll do anything when the time's right. Baby, you're making it.
Faster, stronger.
That don't kill me, can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now, cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now, cause I can't get much stronger. Man, I've been waiting all night now, that's how long I've been on ya. I need you right now. I need you right now. You know how long I've been on you. Since Prince was on Apollonia. Since OJ had isotoners. Don't act like I never told you. Don't act like I 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 told you. Baby, you're making it
faster, stronger.
That don't kill me. Can only make me stronger. I need you to hurry up now. Cause I can't wait much longer. I know I got to be right now. Cause I can't get much stronger. Man, I've been waiting all night, man. That's how long I've been on ya. I need you right now. 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 You know how long I've been on ya. Since Prince was on Apollonia. Since OJ had isotoners. Don't act like I never told ya. You know how long I've been on ya. Since Prince was on Apollonia. Since OJ had isotoners. Don't act like I never told ya. 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 Never told ya.
Right. All right, just put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. I just want to make sure I can hear me good. All right. Shalom, Israel. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana. You understand? We've been teaching so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians that we are the children of Israel since 1969, and that it is high time to awaken out of sleep. It's high time to, come up out of the spirit of Christianity, the spirit of America, the spirit of, you understand, the culture that was taught by our oppressor that was used against us. Okay, so today's class, right? It's a part 2. So part 2 is called "It's Enemy or Inner Me." Okay, and again, what is this class going to be talking about? It's about accountability. Also, we're going to be talking about inconsistency. You understand? Demons, let me elaborate on that. What demons prey on, right? Demons count on you being inconsistent. You being inconsistent in your actions or your habits. Let's say, for instance, you go and change your life, right? You decide, I'm going to change my life. I'm going to come into the ISUBK. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to listen to the men above me. I'm going to keep those commandments. I'm not going to eat pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. I'm no longer going to live the old lifestyle I was living. I'm going to change, right? The demons count on you being inconsistent. Meaning, let's say, okay, today he's going to change. Today he's going to say no. All right, fine. Okay, maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month. But let's see how long he keeps this up. Let's see how long he can, stay away. Let's see how long he can keep his mind, you understand, in the right place. Because if he does it, that's what we got to count on. That's what the demons do. That's what the demons are saying to you, right? The demons are counting on that. It's kind of like when when you start working out, let's say when you start working out, right? You're like, okay, cool. All right, cool. Monday, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna make sure I drink plenty of water. I'm gonna eat right. I'm gonna try to change my diet, and I'm gonna try to I'm gonna do this, right? And let's say Monday you do it. Monday you get up at 5 a.m. and you go on that run, right? You go on that long run and you come back. You eat a good healthy breakfast and you doing those things, and you keep doing those things. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday comes around, and 5 o'clock is like, oh my God. And then as soon as you look at that clock at 5 a.m., you're like, damn, 5 a.m. Nah, what time did I go to bed last night? I mean, do I really need to? God, I did Monday through Wednesday. Do I really need to do it? These are the demons. That's how demons talk to you. Demons talk to you the same way. They try to give you, if Satan comes to you with things that sound rational, you understand? Things that it sounds like it makes sense, because this is how the demon. That's how the demon tries to lure you and get you to go back into your old habits. You understand? It's preying on your inconsistencies. This is why you have to be consistent in the truth. That's how you got to be consistent in really in anything that you do. If you want to better yourself, if you want to live better, consistent is key. It's key. All right. When you're inconsistent, that's where the demons are going to thrive on. That's what they're counting on. You understand? So let's go ahead and jump into something, right? Let's see where I want to go first. Let's go to Mark. We're going to go to Mark 5, okay? Because the reason why I want to go to Mark 5, and I want to explain something. So the demon's main job is to kill you. That's what a demon's job is to do. A demon's job is to cause you to die. That's just be plain and simple. All right. I don't want to use the word unalive. I should, but the demon's job is to take your life away. You understand? And if you don't fight that demon is going to destroy you. So what do? You have to fight. You have to fight your demons. And when you fight your demons, you're going to get stronger. Now, that's what the lesson is going to be about. That's why I played the song in the beginning. You're going to be stronger because you fight. All right? I'm going to say this, right? I'm going to say this. Life is warfare, right? When you change, some people think this, right? That you can't have peace without war. But if you can live in war, or if you find peace in war, let's say that, then you'll be stronger. All right. Let's get into the scripture, right? All right. This is Mark chapter 5, verse 1. And they came over onto the other side of the sea, into the country of the Gadarenes. And when he was come out of the ship, immediately there met him out of the tombs a man with an unclean spirit. Right. So this is Christ and the disciples. When they came onto the shore, they met a man with unclean spirits. Okay. Verse 3. Who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no man could bind him, no, not with chains. So this brother that was, you understand, he had unclean spirits. He spent a lot of time at the tombs. The tombs is a graveyard or a cemetery. That's where he spent his time. So this is another thing. This is what demons, this is what they work with. They work with trauma. They work with pain. They work with whatever happened in your life, or whatever mistakes you might have had, or whatever failures, or whatever thing that it was that broke you or hurt you, or trauma that you experienced as a child. That's where they're gonna try to feed off of. When I say feed off of, meaning that's what they use to gain their strength. They're gonna get stronger by you not dealing with that. You not facing that, going to the mirror and looking straight in the mirror and saying and taking, like, facing it head on. That's what they're dealing with. That's what they're gonna thrive on that. And then what you're going to do, or what the demons are going to convince you to do, is to blame everybody, right? You're going to blame the school. You understand? You're going to blame, or, you got people in the world. You're going to blame your family. You're going to blame your friends. You're going to blame everybody. And until you face those demons head on, they're going to jump you. They're going to jump you. That's what they're going to do. You understand? So the demon's job is to kill you. Okay? But we're going to show you that in the scriptures. Okay? Verse 3, who had his dwelling among the tombs, and no man could bind him. No, not with chains, because that he had been often bound with fetters and chains, and the chains had been plucked asunder by him. So he was always able to get out the chain, right? And the fetters broken in pieces, neither could any man tame him. Verse 5, and always night and day he was in the mountains and in the tombs. So he spent a lot of time by himself. What you're going to understand, what demons consistently try to do is get you alone, get you by yourself, get you isolated so that they can go to work. They can go to work and they can destroy you and get you to destroy yourself. That's why you hear about so many people, committed suicide, right? They're always alone. Why? Because this is what the demons do. The demons are always trying to get you to leave the people who love you. You understand? You got to fight these demons. All right? You have to. And how do you fight these demons? First and foremost, you need to come into the ISUPK under commanding General Yohana. You understand? Where you're going to have, brothers that are going to love you. They're going to, give you the right counsel to fight the demons, to tell you that what is a demon, what's a demon, and what's not a demon. You understand? What you should be fighting, who you understand what you should be doing, how you should be living. You need men of the Lord around you. You understand? So let's keep reading. Verse 5. It's like verse 5. And always night and day he was in the mountains and in the tombs, crying and cutting himself with stones. You understand? So this pain that he had and he was going through, he afflicted himself. You have some people in the world that they have these demons and they afflict them. You see all these cuts on their wrist. That's just like the man in the tomb, because these unclean spirits, they're let me say the word. They're making him want to cut himself and inflict himself. You understand? Those are demons trying to get you to unalive yourself. You understand? They're trying to get you to unalive yourself, and that's not how you fight. Like, we're going to teach you how to fight. I'm going to show you right in the scripture. I'm going to show you right in this lesson. All right. So, verse 6. But when he saw Jesus, Yahushua, right, afar off, he ran and worshipped him. Right. This is the brother that was in the tombs. He ran. He saw Christ and he ran and he worshipped Christ. Right. Meaning he got down and he heard he's heard of Christ. He heard of him casting out demons out of people, out of brothers, out of sisters. You understand? He heard of it. So he ran and worshipped him, right? So it says, verse 7, and he cried with a loud voice and said, what have I to do with thee, Jesus, thou son of the most high God? I adjure thee by God that thou torment me not. You know what's so heavy about that? Sometimes we see our let's get into it. Let's get into it. Verse 8. For he said unto him, come out of the man, thou unclean spirit. Christ spoke to this man and told the unclean spirits to come out of him. You understand? To come out of him. These demons that are in you, they can leave. They don't have to stay with you. You understand? But you have to have the faith. You have to want these demons to leave you. You know, Christ never came to someone and healed someone who didn't want to be healed. You understand? You have to want these demons to leave you. You have to want to be healed. You have to want it. You understand? Verse 9, and he asked him, what is thy name? And he answered, saying, my name is Legion, for we are many. This is how the demon answered him. The demon said, we are many. You know, Legion is like 2,000 demons, right? His brother had legions of demons. Okay. Verse 10, and he besought him much that he would not send them away out of the country. Now was there nigh unto the morning, unto the mountains, a great herd of swine feeding, and all the devils besought him, saying, send us into the swine, that we may enter into them. So the demons that this brother had, these legions of demons, they asked Christ, don't just send us out of this man. Send us somewhere. When you read Matthew 12 and 23, to Matthew 12 and 23, I believe, or it might be Mark, where when an unclean spirit goes out of a man, it goes into dry places, right? Meaning it's just out. It's not with the person that it was with. It's in dry places. It's everywhere. It's not with the man, right? But it's going out and it's trying to find a new home, a new place to torment. But it's being tormented because it has no work to do. It's not doing its job. It's not in you. You understand? So the demons is telling Christ, please send us somewhere. Please, right? Send us somewhere. So Christ tells the demons, right? Verse 13, for with Jesus gave them leave, and the unclean spirits went out and entered into the swine, and the herd ran violently down a steep place into the sea. They were about 2,000 and were choked in the sea. You understand? So those demons went into the pigs, went into the swine. You know that thing that Christians love to eat? They're unclean. They're unclean to you blacks, Latinos, Native Indians. And that's why the demons wanted to go into an unclean thing. That's heavy too, right? Because the demons wanted to go into an unclean beast, and then what they do? They died. So when you live like a pig, when you eat everything, you eat whatever you want to eat, you don't follow none of the laws that the Lord gave you, you celebrate every damn thing, you have no rule, you live unclean. That's where the demons dwell. The demons, they love an unclean place. They love an unclean place. When you're not taking care of yourself, and the Lord gave you the way. The Lord gave you men of the Lord to be around. The Lord gave you a dietary law, a commandments to follow, meaning like, how to treat your brothers, how to love one another, how to treat yourself. That's like that's the dietary law. You don't want to eat unclean things. But when you're living like unclean, that's where the demons going to dwell. They're going to dwell in an unclean place. It's no difference than, let's say, if you have an unclean house. If you don't keep your house clean and you don't clean and mop and sweep and wash the dishes, you know what's going to come? Bugs are going to come. You understand? Bugs and unclean insects are going to come and feed on everything that you're not taking care of. You're not cleaning up. This is how the demons do. Same, the demons want to come to an unclean place. But when you clean yourself, let's just go ahead and get it, man. Let's just go ahead and get it. Let's go ahead and get that Matthew, man. Just so you understand, right? Because I want you to understand. You understand? Let's see. All right. Let's get Matthew 12 and 20. Is it 12 and 43? No, it's Mark. Same chapter. Okay, hold on. Bear with me. One sec. We're going to get it. Let's see. Mark 12 and 43. All right. That wasn't it, is it? Bear with me, y'all. 1 second. I always forget this. I don't know why. Maybe somebody got it in the chat. All right. So it's Mark 12:43. I mean, Matthew 12:43. You tripping. All right. Let me show you what I'm talking about. All right. This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 43. All right. It says, when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. All right. So the unclean spirit leaves and it seeks rest, but it can't find it. Right. Then he saith, I will return into my house. Right. His house is you. That's where he's been. He's been in you. You might be, 18, 20, 30, 40, 50. You come into the truth. You've been sinning for 18, 20, 30, 40 years. You understand? So the demon's been in you. You've been unclean for all this time. And the demon's been used to it and happy with you, like, man. So when the demon leaves out of you, when these unclean spirits leave out of you, it's counting on your inconsistency. Hey, Lord Christ. Oh. Okay, no sweat up. Yeah, no sweat. I'm teaching class right now. I'm probably right back. Yeah, I'm teaching right now. Okay, no sweat. All right, so like y'all. All right, so the unclean spirit leaves out of you. You've been sinning for 20, 30, 40 years. You're the home because you've been unclean. And why I mean unclean? Meaning just like your habits and your lust that you've always done. Maybe you smoked weed. You did things that were unclean, that were contrary to the Lord. You were unclean. You were an unclean house, right? The dishes weren't clean. The house wasn't swept. The floor wasn't mopped. And just like insects come to an unclean spot, that's how the demons come. The demons come to thrive on an unclean house, which was you. But you came in here, right? You came in here and you got clean. You cleaned yourself up and became a new creature. You became a new house. This house is clean, swept, and it looks good in here. You understand? That's how the Lord wants you to be. So like it. Bear with me 1 second, y'all. Let me invite a brother real quick. Brother want to come in. Let me see. 1 second. Let's see. I'll figure out in just a second. Okay. So now let's keep reading because we, I don't want to lose our spot. Okay, right. So verse 44. This is Matthew chapter 12, verse 44. Then he said, I will return into my house from whence I came. And when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. House is cleaned up. You've been cleaned up. Cleaned up your house. Cleaned yourself up. Right? Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself. So now, what we just read is when the demon notices that you are slack, you are, you got a breach in your mind, that's what it can dwell on. It's just looking for a breach. It's looking for you to not be inconsistent. That's like not be consistent in what you say you believe, in what you say and how you move, all your habits. Waiting for those bad habits that you once had to return. Maybe one day you'll be like, nah, not today. Just like when you go start working out again. And then that Thursday, you've been working, you've been solid Monday through Wednesday, getting up at 5 a.m., going on that run. You've been eating right. You ain't been eating the Burger King and all that. You've been eating salads and drinking water. It's waiting for that day for you to be like, man, tired today. Oh my God, today I'm tired. What time did I go to bed last night? Man, I just want to just a little, I'm just tired. And then guess what? That's when the demon is going to say, yep, that's what I've been counting on. For you to get tired. You understand? For you to get weak. It's looking for that breach. That's why you have to be consistent. You understand? That's what the demons is counting on. You have to fight. You have to, damn near live in war to be in peace. Like, you have to find peace in war. War, life is warfare. You have to fight every day and love it. I'm gonna tell you that. I love it. You want to fight? I want to fight. I love it. I love fighting. I found peace in war. You understand? Every day. Every day. I ain't gonna get into it because maybe that'd be another lesson. But yeah, find peace in war. If you don't, then the demon's that's what the demon's waiting on, man. The demon's waiting on you to just get easy. Just get tired. Yeah, I know you don't want to do it today. I know today is hard. And then guess what? There we go. Maybe not today. Today's the day. And then tomorrow's going to be another day. And then after that, and guess what? You're back in the world. You're like, damn, I'm in the world again. Man, I sure do miss my brothers. I sure miss my brothers in the ISUPK. Because guess what? That's what the demons is counting on. Can't let that happen, man. You got to fight. So now, let's go. Let's go to, let me send this brother the link, man. So like y'all, 1 second. 1 second. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. Let me see. Here. All right, I'm going to come here, Facebook. Bear with me, y'all. We're going to get a brother in here. Your brother was say you want to come in and join the live with us, right? We're going to see if this works. If it don't work, Salakia. And I don't think it's going to work. Let me see. No. While that's loading, let's go ahead and get that scripture. Let's get we're gonna get Ecclesiasticus, right? This is the Apocrypha. Didn't work. We're gonna get Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 1. One second. All right, 1 second, y'all. All right. Nope, didn't work. All right. Anyways, all right, we're gonna get Ecclesiasticus, chapter 2, verse 1. All right. It says, "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation." Right? Why does it say that? Why is it saying that? When you come to serve the Lord, when you get cleaned up, like we just read that. When you go and clean your house, this is when the demon is going to be knocking at your door. Let me in, let me in. Please. I am in dry places and I have no place to go. You understand? Those same demons that you fought coming in here and you got cleaned up with, you cleaned up from, you're gonna have those same temptations. You're gonna be that weed demon is gonna be knocking at your door. That lust demon is gonna be asking when you gonna feel lustful again. Depression demon, anxiety demon, low self-esteem demon, poor self-image demon. You know, you come in here, you're a winner. You come into ISUPK, you are a winner. You understand? You just gotta realize that. You know what I'm saying? You heard the word of the Lord and you came. You got on the ark. You understand? You are great. You are great. And you're great because guess what? Now you know that you are an Israelite. You know that you are the children of Israel, man. You are the nation that is going to rule the earth, that the Lord chose to rule the earth. That's what nation you come from. And when you understand that you got more, man. You got more than what you think you have, man. You understand? You got more than the heathens. You got more than our oppressor. You got more than them because guess what? You have dominion. You have the Lord. You have the laws, statutes, and commandments. You have the judgments. You have it. It's yours. And no other nation has that. All the nations want it. All the nations on the earth, they want what you have. They want your culture, the Bible. That's why when we say, you know, the Lord only loves the children of Israel, he only loves you, blacks, Latinos, Native Indians. They say, oh, you guys are racist and you this, that, and the third, and y'all are hateful and yeah, you know, all these things that they want to call you. But the truth is, they're not a part of this. It belongs to you. It doesn't belong to no other people. So let's keep reading. All right, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation, because you're going to be tempted. Verse 2, set thy heart aright, meaning your mind. Get your mind right when you come to serve the Lord. Get your mind right, because you know your bad habits. You know the thing that you were doing. You know the lifestyles you can come from. So you're going to have to change the way you think and how you move. And you're going to have to stick to it and be consistent. And most importantly, you're going to have to hold yourself accountable for everything. The demons hate accountability. The demons hate accountability so much so, it wants you to blame everyone else. It wants you to blame everyone else instead of yourself. You know, when you start taking accountability, that takes away the power from the demons. It takes away the power from demons when you hold yourself accountable. You know why it didn't work out? You know why that thing broke, or why that didn't happen, or why things didn't work out, or whatever the thing may be. You got to say, because I did it, because I messed up. I should have did this, and that wouldn't happen. Now the demons are like, damn, this dude, I have nothing to work with. I want this dude to start blaming everybody else around him. I want this dude to, he's taking accountability. When you take accountability, you take away the power from demons, man. Because all you're going to do is, even the demons know, all you can do is tighten up your actions. You're going to tighten your movements and how you move, man. Your habits. You're going to start, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have your mind or your heart all right. And that's what the demons hate, man. Right? Set thy heart aright and constantly endure. Constantly endure. Make not haste in time of trouble, meaning relax. Don't panic. Don't go back to your old ways. Don't go back to your old habits. No. Relax. Just breathe for a minute. Fight. Right? Verse 3. Cleave unto him and depart not away. Cleave unto the Lord. You understand? Cleave unto the Lord and don't turn and go the other way. Don't go turn and go back to your old ways, man. Because you are better than that. No, I'm gonna tell you, man, you're greater than that. You gotta tell yourself that you're greater than that. Now I'm not gonna do that because I am greater than that. I am great. I'm greater than that. I don't have to go and do those things no more. I don't have to go smoke that, and I don't have to go live like that no more because I am greater than that. You understand? You got to tell yourself that. Because, that's another thing what demons do. Demons will try to convince you to go back to your ways by making you feeling low about yourself, make you feel small. Look at the brother that was found at the tombs. He was in a low state. You understand? He was depressed. He was crying at the tombs. And that's what the demons thrived on it. You got to tell yourself that you're better than that. You're better than the drugs. You're better than, whatever lust that you might. Demons always try to get you to divert to a lust. And I say lust ain't got to be just sex. Lust can be cigarettes. Lust can be weed. Lust can be drugs. Lust can be, hating your brother. You understand? That's what the demons thrive on. Okay? So now, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. You're going to get stronger and stronger when you fight demons. That's why we played the song in the beginning. You becoming stronger when you constantly endure. When you keep fighting, you're going to get strong. You understand? When you take accountability, you're going to get strong. You understand? That's why you have to make life warfare, because that's what it is. You understand? You find peace in war. Fighting daily. Daily. Like, I'm going to tell you what I do. Of course, you call and get counsel. Call and get counsel when you have demons in your ear. You understand? And I'm gonna tell you what I like to do sometimes. Whenever I have a demon in my ear too, I go. First of all, I start off doing something that's hard. Demons. Christ told you what? Christ says some demons don't leave, but through fasting and prayer. You understand? When you afflict your soul, that's what the demons hate. They hate that. They hate when you fast for a day or 2 or 3 days. You fast for 3 days, right? When you fast, you're afflicting your soul, and demons hate that. You're tormenting the demon. You understand? Because now you're fighting. Now what you're doing in your mind is you're finding a way to fight hunger, fighting thirst sometimes, depending on what you're doing. And you're training your spirit, your soul, how to fight everything else. There's a high holy day called the Day of Atonement. And what you learn is you afflict your soul because you don't eat or drink anything for 24 hours. But that is how it's teaching you how to fight your demons when you stay away, when you don't do those things, when you choose not to, making a choice. You understand? And what I was gonna say earlier, one of the things I like to do, I got this tire, right? And I go and flip the tire 500 yards and then back. You understand? Just put myself through something painful. Because guess what? Demons hate when you find strength in fasting and working out and calling and getting counsel and leaning on a brotherhood. When you do the things that are hard, that's what makes you stronger. It's no different than working out. I'm not saying nothing new. You understand? The scripture says, when Hebrews, that it's a sacrifice to speak to your brother. I gotta get that scripture, man. 1 second. Let me get that scripture for you so y'all understand what I'm saying. As far as all the things that are hard, okay? This is how you fight your demon. I'm telling you how to fight your demon, okay? Do good and communicate. Tell them. All right, so this is Hebrews chapter 13, verse 16, right? But do good and communicate. Forget not, for with such sacrifices, it's like a sacrifice to call your brother and get counsel, to call your brother and just lean on the brotherhood, because it's a hard thing. The demons hate those things. It's just like fasting, just like, you know, working out, doing some really hard, terrible workout. Like Hebrew Academy, like we have something called Hebrew Academy. Some brothers have made it through it. Some of the strongest, and you know, the men of the Lord. Let me say it this way, because there might be a brother out there that chose not to, but maybe one day, right? Chose not to do Hebrew Academy. But I'm gonna tell you this: brothers that went through Hebrew Academy, these brothers have gained a strength that you can't find in no other place in the world. And that strength is brotherhood. You understand? That strength is, you understand, fighting adversity, fighting the things that are hard, the things that you always had to deal with. You learn how to fight those demons. You understand? And you learn how to fight it on another level in Hebrew Academy. You understand? So when you go through something hard, like it might be working out, I ain't talking about no little work. I'm talking about like flipping a tire or doing something very hard. Demons hate that. Demons hate when you afflict your soul. Demons hate when you fast. Say if you fast for 2 or 3 days, demons hate that. That's why they leave. Okay? This is how you fight your demons. Okay? So now, this is another way how you fight your demons. But to do good and to communicate, forget not, for with such sacrifices, God is well pleased. The Lord is pleased when you pick up that phone and call your brother and get counsel. All right? And it's like a sacrifice because it's so damn hard. So hard to call your brother and say, hey, listen, what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm dealing with. I'm dealing with depression. I'm dealing with this. I'm dealing with these things. I'm dealing with lust. I'm dealing with those things. What do I do? And the Lord speaks to that brother for you. The Lord is pleased when you do those things. When you make such sacrifices. All right? And the demons hate them. All right? So now, let's get back to where we were at. Where was we at? 1 second. What did we just read? We read It's like, bear with me. I think we just read Okay. All right, so now let's go to 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Okay. I started to name this class, instead of what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, right? That's the chapter or the part 2, right? The part 2 to enemy versus inner me. Okay. Is you being vigilant. You being, you understand, have your eyes open. Okay. This is 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking who he may devour. So now, you got demons, and I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this in two parts, right? So when you're not, walking circumspect, when you get ease and go back into your old habits, you start doing things the way you used to, start moving how you used to move, that's what the demons are counting on. And it's because you are not being sober-minded, meaning clear-headed. Wake up. You understand? Being vigilant. You gotta pay attention on what's like. Demons are trying to get you to do things, but if you're not vigilant enough to notice it, if you're not around the men of the Lord enough, if you're not getting counsel, if you're not looking for it, then guess what? You're gonna be like, okay, well, that's nothing. And that's what the demon's like, yep, there you go. That's what I'm looking for. And then guess what? Next thing you know, you're back into your old ways. Somehow you didn't got back to your old ways because your mind is not focused no more. You're not focused on what the real task is. You understand? You come in here like, well, what are you supposed to be doing? You're supposed to be changing your life and helping brothers change their life, helping sisters change their life. You're supposed to be saving a nation. And maybe you might be in the world and you are, a Christian, you should be coming in here and doing the same thing. Because out there, you're not even aware of what the things that you're doing. I got somebody I know, they like, a Christian. They're like, well, I spoke to them and they say, I just got baptized, man. I got baptized and I feel great. You know what I'm saying? Christians do. I'm like, man, so, but you still smoke weed. They're like, yeah, I still smoke weed, yeah. So weed is against the Lord. Christians are not even aware. They're not even in the fight. They don't even know it. You come in here and you learn that you in a fight. See, you like the demons doing this. This is what the demons is doing. You standing like this, and the demons is like, this taking jabs at your face, hitting you in the side, just usually getting beat up and not even knowing it. Not even knowing it. Not even knowing why you got anxiety, why you got depression, why you feeling so low, why you going through hell, why our oppressor is unaliving us, why we going through hell as a nation. You don't know why? Because we're in a war. Christianity don't teach you that you're in a war. Christianity teaches you, oh, happy day, everything is fine, go get in this water, come out, and everything's gonna be fine. That's a damn lie. You ain't fighting like that. You understand? You just get in the bathtub, you letting some dude don't be hitting that bathtub. You get out there, you just go and roll a blunt, and it ain't no thing. You go out there and go chase whatever lust you had, and you think it's just there's no fight. And that's not what the Lord wants for you, man. The Lord wants you to fight. The Lord wants you to pick up your fist and fight. You understand? Almost like you're sparring every day. You're in a fight. You're learning how to fight these battles, and you're just getting stronger and stronger. You're learning when to put your block up, when to guard your face, when to guard your body. You're learning all these different things. You understand? So, 1 Peter 5:8, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking who he may devour. That's why you gotta open your eyes. You understand? Open your eyes, be vigilant, clear your mind up. Get all that old gunk and that garbage out of your mind, man. You understand? You gotta almost damn near train your mind not to have it. You gotta train your mind on how to. You gotta think differently, because it's all the demons, all the things, all habits, all things that hold you back. They begin in your mind. That's exactly where they start. You fight the demons in your mind. It's kind of like, the movie Matrix. You ever seen the Matrix? Some of you have. The movie Matrix, right? They get into this, they get into this chair, they get a thing and put the back of the neck. But the battle's in the mind. They're fighting agents and, demons in their mind. You understand? It becomes real when you start doing, you follow those things that's in your mind, right? You start listening to the demons and when you stop fighting, when you decide not to fight anymore, that's when you can get destroyed by the demons. You got to fight, and the fight begins in your mind, okay? That's the point. It begins in your mind. It don't begin, right there in the moment. Because in that moment, if you ain't been fighting, you're going to give in to any lust, any demon, whatever it may be, because you haven't fought here. You're not sober in your mind. Sober ain't talking, in this script, it ain't talking about alcohol use. I mean, a lot of things happen when you under the influence. A lot of things happen when you're drunk, right? When you're in the world, you did things in the world. A lot of times it happened when you was drunk, because you drank too much. That's what the demon was counting on. For you to do things. That's like, this is heavy, man. The way you move When you don't fight this demon up here, that's when a demon can make you do it in real life. Make you do it in real life because you're not fighting. All right, let's get the next scripture. All right, Luke chapter 8, verse 14. Yeah, it's on. Okay, look. It's talking about Christ was given a parable, right? About who, like when he was giving a parable about seeds being thrown, right? Seeds go anywhere. Every seed's not gonna grow, right? But he's throwing seeds anywhere, and there's a reason why certain seeds don't grow. There's a certain reason when you teach, we're teaching this Bible. Some say, man, this is the truth, man. I'm coming in there and I'm about to, whatever y'all need me to do. And then they come in here and they seem zealous about the truth. Then next thing you know, maybe they're offended by something. They don't speak up and say, I'm offended by something. Or maybe they hear somebody else saying something. Maybe somebody from the conscious community. I don't think there's a conscious community alive anymore. I think Captain Zarg killed all of them. Destroyed all that doctrine and just destroyed the whole movement. It's a movement, right? This ain't a movement. This is your culture, as we bring it to you in ISUBK, right? We're Israelites. The Bible is our history, but all the other conscious, the conscious community, Captain Zarg destroyed them. So, but I'm using that for example. Somebody might hear something from the conscious community, like, "Oh man, that was heavy. Man, that was heavy, man." I think we're the Egyptians. Start following the Egyptology, right? Start following the Kemetic, whatever Kemetic way. I don't even know if there's a way. But there is a way. I think it's like the LGBTQ with the Egyptology thing, which they don't want to tell you that, but that's facts. You got all kinds of stuff out there. The brother might hear something like that and then go run into that. You understand? This is what Christ is talking about. Christ is talking about those seeds that are thrown when we teaching, and a brother might hear it and a brother might lose it. Right? Because if you're not circumspect, if you're not vigilant, if you're not sober-minded, you can get distracted. I'm going to show you that, right? This is Luke chapter 8, verse 14. And that which fell among the thorns are they which when they have heard, go forth. Right? They go forth. They come into the school. They come into the truth. But then they leave. Right? And are choked with cares and riches and pleasures of this life, and bring no fruit to perfection. See? The cares of the world, the stuff that's going on just outside. Riches. Oh man, I'm trying to get this money. I'm trying to get rich. I don't know what y'all talking about. I can make a lot of money on Saturday. I need to go make some money. I need to go back and doing what I was doing before. I need to go do this. Y'all ain't talking about making no money. There's a lot of entrepreneurs in this school, but we don't make that our life goal. We ain't like chasing money. This kingdom's gonna fall. America's gonna fall. You're gonna be chasing all that money, and guess what? That dollar ain't gonna mean a damn thing. The day you get rich, that's when the thing gonna fall, because you chose riches before you did the Lord, right? And pleasures, the pleasures of this life, whatever lust that was. You understand? The brother ran for those lusts. You have to not get distracted by the world. Okay? Partly why I named the class Enemy or Inner Me is because a lot of people think what the world teaches. The world teaches you to look at the world and the things in the world, or the cares of the world. Those are the things that are going to make you happy. That's why we read that. It says the riches, the pleasures, and the cares. People seek the things outward, but they don't try to fix the things inward. That's where you're going to be happy at. When you go and clean your house, this is where you go and when you face the demons that you have within, the thing that you've been fighting, or not even fighting, the things that you've been dealing with all your life, when you go and face those things head on, that's when you're gonna be happy. You're not gonna be happy with just because you got millionaires that aren't happy. You got 21 Savage made 21 Savage, the rapper, that brother, man, he made a good point the other day, right? This might be old, I don't know how old this is, but brother said, he made a good point. The brother said, he said, you might have a brother or a man who someone says, I'm going to give you $1 billion. I'm going to give you $1 billion, but you can't keep anyone in your life. You can have any women that you want, but you can't have a wife. You can't ever have kids. You know, you can't have a house. You just got to be a billionaire, and now you can have any woman that you want. And then another brother he can have a family, he can have kids, he can have, people in his life, and that man will be more happy than the billionaire. You know why? Because money does not make you happy. Will Smith made a point. He made a point that there's something called cliff top. You got people that go to rock bottom when they get unhappy. They hit rock bottom and they're unhappy because they lost everything. Well, you got people who gain the world. They gain the world and they get so much of all the things that they ever wanted to the point that nothing makes them happy. Nothing's going to make you happy after that. So it's something called cliff top. You know what I'm saying? Where you can have all the world and then you just like, man, there's nothing that can make me happy anymore. I'm just over with. The thing is, you have to fix the things within you. You understand? You got to fix those things that are within you so that you can get rid of those demons. Okay? If you don't go and fight those demons, you're never going to find peace. If you don't go and fight those demons that you're dealing with from childhood, you don't go fight those things, you're never going to find peace, man. You're just not. That's just a fact. It's a fact that it can be backed up by science, can be backed up by any damn thing. Okay? Backed up by the Bible. That's why Christ's telling you to fast. Christ told you to fast. Some demons don't fast. Some demons don't leave but through fasting and prayer. You understand? It's a war that you must go through. Have to. You have to. That's damn near why you're here. It's why you're here. Life is warfare. You're here to fight. That's what you're here for. You're here to fight, man. And fighting is going to make you stronger. It's going to make you better. That's why we play this song in the beginning. I'm probably going to play it when we close it out, but that's what a fight is, brother and sisters. When you choose to fight. Right? Where we at in time? Okay. All right. So now, let's get Ephesians 5 and verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly. Let's get that word. I said earlier, let's get the definition to the word. Right? Circumspect. Right? Circumspect. Wary and unwilling to take risk. Meaning, it's like vigilant. You're not going to take a risk. You're not going to do certain things because it might lead to you going back into your old ways. Let's get some of these similar words, right? Right? Cautious, worried, careful, guarded, right? Alert, watchful, attentive, heedful, vigilant, observant, prudent. You got to be circumspect. You understand? Looking for, like, man, I don't know. Like, that's how you stay in the fight. That's how you constantly endure. Because your mind is always on war time. You don't believe me, but that's a fact. If your mind, if your mind ain't made like you a warrior, man. That's what you got to do. You got to be a warrior. You got to have a warlike spirit, because that's what life is about. Life is about warfare. All right. So let's go back to the scripture. Let's go back to the scripture. All right. So, see then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming time, because the days are evil. You understand? As we get closer to the end, things are getting worse. Things are just getting just worse and worse. More temptations are being thrown at you. You understand? Because right now is the time more than ever to fight, because we're so close to the end. We're so close to our King returning. Now is the time. Right now. That's why it says, now, knowing the time, it is high time. You understand? To awaken out of sleep. It's high time. It's not the time to, go back to your old ways, go back to your old habits. You understand? Start getting at ease and relaxing, thinking that it's all good. No, it's wartime. That's what kind of mind you have to have. Trained in your mind. That's why I would encourage everybody to just work out. You should be doing some kind of workout. You should be in class, especially in class. You should be doing something physical every day, because your mind, it's like you're training your mind to do that. Verse 17, wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is, and be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, like being a drunkard, drinking too damn much, because you can't, that's when you're at most relaxed, when you're not sober minded, when you're drunk. People tend to make mistakes when they're drunk. People tend to go back to their old habits when they're drunk, when they're high, when they're drugged, doing things like, you have to walk circumspectly, man. Open up your eyes. All right. But be filled with the Spirit, right? How you feel that spirit? The Spirit, what Spirit is talking about? It's talking about that zeal, the zeal of the Lord, right? The zeal of the Lord is a spirit. It's a vibe, right? A spirit is a vibe, okay? And a vibe is like, it's like how you go to a football game. You might have a favorite football team. You put on that jersey. You put on your favorite team's jersey, or people in the world, they celebrate Christmas. They be in that Christmas spirit. They put up a Christmas tree. They do things like that. They get into that spirit. All right. You have to be filled with that Holy Spirit. Holy means separated, separate. Right? You're separate from the cares of the world. We're separated from the ways of the world, the culture of America, the culture of Christianity. Okay? Having that Holy Spirit, the Spirit of the Lord, is having that zeal to fulfill all the things that the Lord wants you to do. Okay? Hold on. I'm about to close it out. Let's see here. get back to it. We're going to go to the book of James, chapter 1, verse 14. Okay? But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust and enticed. All right? Getting distracted is how you get drawn away from your own lust. You gotta have your mind. I hate to use. I won't say I hate to use it, but have your mind, your eyes on the prize. And the prize is, you know, having Christ say, "Well pleased." He's well pleased with you, all right? Or getting a crown, getting the kingdom, seeing your people get out of hell. You know, keep your mind stayed on this truth, man. You understand? Fasting onto the truth, not being, you know, having your mind going to and fro, going looking to all these different ways. You understand? That's how you get distracted, right? You're drawn away. Let me read it again. But every man is tempted when he is drawn away of his own lust, right? That lust demon. And the lust can be anything. It can be smoking. It can be drugs. It can be sex. It can be whatever lust it is. You understand? And when you start thinking about those old things, when you start going to your old habits and kind of thinking the way you used to think, then guess what? You starting to let your guard down. That's why we just read circumspect, right? To be guarded, having your mind guarded, being vigilant. You in a fight in your mind. You know, if you ain't doing the right combinations and the right moves, you start to get ease with it. You leave some space open to get hit. That's what the demons is waiting on. Demons waiting on you to let that guard down so it can, wow. And guess what? Next thing you know, you smoking weed somewhere like, yeah, man. Sleep. That demon slept you. You understand? Let's go to Proverbs 4. Right? Yeah, Proverbs 4. So Proverbs 4 and verse 25. All right. Let thine eyes look right on, and let thine eyelids look straight before thee. Keep your mind, keep your head straight, bro. You understand? Don't go thinking about the old ways and the old habits and the old things that you used to do. Because then you're going to start thinking about it a lot. And then the demons are going to start da. And then guess what? It's going to be presented. Satan's going to put it right in your face. Satan's going to put it right in your face because you ain't been fighting in your mind. Let's see what you do in real life now. And then when you do it, that's when Satan or the demons, they're gonna say, "Oh well, there you go. Let me go get it. Let me go give it a report to the Lord." Because that's what Satan's job is to do, is to see what you're gonna do, and then give it a report to the Lord. He's gonna tempt you, and then he's gonna get a report to the Lord. Yeah, Lord. Yep. I put the weed right there in front of him. He smoked it. He smoked. I put it right there. I mean, he had the option to didn't do it, but he did it anyway. Or I put the whore in front of him. He did it. And then the Satan gives the report to the Lord, man. So if you don't want that to happen, the fight begins with you. That's where the fight starts. It doesn't start when it's right in front of you. It starts right here, right there in your mind. All right? Fighting daily. You understand? Daily. I don't wait for the fight. I'll tell you that. I don't wait for them fights. I'm looking for them. I fight. That's what you got to do. You got to be fighting. You know what I'm saying? At war daily. right? Because you can't, like, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Don't let demons rule you. All right, you rule. All right, you got to rule. That's why you can take accountability. No, it's me. I'm a fight. I'm in the war. Accountability, man, is a demon's worst nightmare. Just took away the power. You just took away all the power I got. All the demons, all the depression. Oh, no, you know, it's my fault. You know, or saying, or even noticing when it's a demon. Man, wait a minute. I don't know what this is. This is a demon. This is a demon trying to talk to me. I knew it's a demon right here trying to talk to me and get me to go back. Look at this. And I'm trying to tell you, man, you do that, start to do that enough, man. It's almost like when Neo got up and the agent started shooting at him, and the bullet started slowing down. And he picked up the bullet. He was like, and just dropped it. It's just like that. When you start to do it enough, it's just like that. And then the demons ain't got no power. I mean, you just learn how to fight. Christianity can't teach you how to fight. You can't, because they don't even know they're in a fight. You come in here, you're gonna learn how to fight. You understand? You're gonna be just like that. You're gonna be just like Neo, just taking. Oh, it's a demon. The demon gonna be like, oh snap! I promise you. I promise you. Just listen. Come in here, learn how to get cleaned up. Clean your spirit. We're gonna teach you how to fight your demons. This is what I'm telling you right now. You fight your demons through, first of all, you can get counsel, right? You change your habits, change the way the Lord gave you the blueprint, gave you the law, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Right? And he gave you righteous brothers to be around. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. You understand? Being around righteous brothers that want to serve the Lord, that's how you fight your demons. You understand? And I'll tell you another thing. It's just like when you working out, bro. When you work out, stay consistent. Stay consistent. The demons come to you just like they come to you when you don't feel like working out. Man, I'm tired. I don't feel like doing it today. Man, my body hurting. I mean, I've been good for the past 4-5 days. Why can't I just sleep in the day? That's the demons talking. It's just like that. That's the demons talk to you the same way to get you to just put your guard down, right? Don't be circumspect. Relax. Everything's all good. That's how the demons talk to you in your own voice. So you're thinking is like, man, it's 5 in the morning, or I'm just giving that as an example, right? That's the example I'm trying to tell you how it's the same way. When you have the option to do good, but then you feel you get an excuse on not to. The demons is trying to give you an excuse on not to. All right? That's why you come here, it says no cowards, no excuses. You understand? The number one thing is accountability. You got to take ownership. Take ownership on your actions, and also being consistent. The demons can count on you to be inconsistent. All right? So, where we at in time? All right, I'm gonna go say the rest for another time. All right, we'll do part 3. All right, but that's what today's class was about. All right, today's class is about, you understand, you fighting your demons, and you fight them through getting counsel, through fasting. It's like Christ said, some demons don't leave except through fasting and prayer. And I'm gonna tell you, exercise, man. Move around. Move around. Move your body around. All right? That's important. Demons, a lot of times I don't say a lot of times. It's damn near all the time. When people get into one space, demons want to keep you not moving, not doing something. You understand? And when I say doing something, meaning don't be a busybody, meaning you're doing everything else but the Lord, the work of the Lord. No. Demons try to get you to relax and get comfortable. Comfortability is a demon's perfect place. Because then you don't have to, then you're not doing nothing. You just on the couch, you're not doing nothing, you ain't moving, you ain't doing nothing. That's why you didn't realize when you exercise, you feel a little bit better. Say somebody who's fighting depression. You might have a depression demon, right? That depression demon. You ever realize that you're depressed when you're just sitting on the couch, or you're just laying in bed, or you're just not doing a damn thing? Because the demon wants you to just sit down and don't move and keep feeling sorry for yourself. That's what the demon wants you to do. You understand? So when you get up and you do something, go run, go on a run. Get up at 4 a.m. and just go on a run. Just try it. Just fight. Just do something. Watch how much better you feel. The demon doesn't want you to do anything. The demon wants you to keep you still and idle. When you become idle, that's what a demon can do, make you do whatever you want. Do whatever the demon wants. Whatever lust that you fighting, whatever weed, whatever drug, whatever thing that you're trying to deal, whatever demon that you're dealing with, that's what the demon's going to dwell on, or push you to do, because you ain't doing nothing. You understand? So come in here, get in class, ask questions, get counsel, exercise, work out. Yeah. Take care of your body. Don't eat pork, shrimp, crab, blah. I'm telling you these things because this is how you clean up. This is how you stop being an unclean person. When you clean yourself, you clean your spirit and change. It's not that hard. It's not all, they ain't gotta be all that deep. You know, I'm telling you exactly what it is. It's not that deep. The Lord's laws and commandments ain't hard. It ain't grievous. All right. So, man, we're gonna do it part 3, man, because I do want to get in more details. So I want to lay out and show you what I'm trying to teach you. You understand? But let's see. Damn right. So with that, this is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. Let me get the security announcements. Let me see. I probably have it right now. 1 second. One second. All right, let me get the security numbers. 1 second. All right. This is the ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, right? Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to treasury or department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations, right? The upcoming holy convocations is going to be, let me see here. All right. The next one is the memorial of blowing of trumpets. First day of the 7th month, Sunday the 21st, September 2025. You can read about this in the book of Leviticus. The book of Leviticus chapter 23, verse 24 through 25. All right. If anyone wants to become a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. You come in here, you wear all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf has to be all black. All right, and that concludes the ISUPK security announcements. And with that, shalom.